goes, but we're going on an adventure. So honestly, I have no idea how to start this vlog. I usually try to have something sort of scripted out for me to say, but today I don't. And the reason being is because when I woke up this morning, there was nothing in me that wanted to make this video. Absolutely nothing in me that wanted to make this video. And I just had to make a decision. I was like, I have to do this. I need to do this. You know, I mean, I could have been a couch potato all day, just watched movies or did whatever or something, but I knew I needed to make this video. And I needed to make this video because I don't know what all these videos are doing for people. You know, I've had some of you comment saying that it's really changed the way that you think and it's really helped you out. And that to me is just so encouraging. And I guess that's where the decision for me was. Am I going to choose to not make this video today and just do nothing? Or am I going to actually get up and get over this fear that maybe, you know, this video will be drowned out and nobody's going to watch it, or that, you know, it's just whatever, all those fears, all those insecurities, all that stuff that's going on, that it doesn't need, it's not helping me, it's not helping any of you. And I had to make a decision. I had to go against my brain, go against my feelings, go against my desires, go against all of it to make this video. And it's ironic because of what the video is about, which is that I firmly believe, and I say that word loosely, but that you cannot have true love, the love that I've been talking about in this whole series that I've been doing on love. You can't have that love without free will. And there's no other way for me to explain it or talk about it or, you know, elaborate on that. Besides, you know, I could go into the science of it. I could go into, you know, the Libet experiment, and then, which is the one side that says free will doesn't exist, or I could go into the other doctors that I've been studying, neuroscientists that have said that free will does exist. And I've done an in-depth study of free will, and still, even a part of that study, I've come out still believing that free will exists, not just in a theory or a philosophical sense, but it's concrete, it's in us. And it's just kind of amazes me that a number of scientists have just kind of skipped over it. And that's why I think free will is something that, like love, it's more. There's something more to it. Like love, I've already talked about in this series that love is not a feeling. And I think free will on a surface level in science looks as if it doesn't exist, but when you go deeper into it, and by the way, we only understand, it's something crazy, I forget the exact percentage, but we only understand less than 10% of our brain, and free will takes place in the brain, in the neuroscience of it and everything, and it's called neuroplasticity, and a lot more scientists and neuroscientists are picking up on it in, you know, these recent years, which is awesome. But even in years past, it was like free will doesn't exist. But regardless of all the science behind it, free will, you can't have love without free will. And if you believe in love, you have to believe in free will. And if you don't, then it's just this infatuation. Then it's just this thing that you think, you know, can come and go and that you can't control, because free will has a lot to do with control. You know, are we in control or are we out of control? And I believe that we are in control. And the only example I have of that is, you know, like what happened to me today and getting up and just making this video. And that can be the same thing for your relationships. That can be the same thing for everything that you do in life. That I could sit here and talk about, the science that I mentioned, or just the philosophical sense of free will. But the reality is love, true love, it's concrete. You can't talk about it in a philosophical sense. I mean, I've been making videos on it, but you have to go out and do it. Love is something that you have to go out and do it. I can only make so many videos on the subject until there comes a point where you have to go and you have to do. And I think when talking about love and free will, and my opinion that I am convinced of is that, just like I'm convinced that love is not a feeling, I'm also convinced that you can't have true love without free will. When you say those kind of statements, it's really hard for me to conduct some sort of argument, philosophical argument saying that I am right. Because love is an action. Love is something that you have to go out and do. And you only really understand that love, true love, and how powerful and amazing it is, can only work with free will. You have to actually be in love. You actually have to, and I'm not just talking about with a person, I'm talking about even like this situation that happened to me today with, making this video, is that you have to be in situations like that, and then you have to do it and experience it to know that free will takes part in it. So I mentioned this on the last video, and I'm saying it again. You have to go out and do it. You have to go out and take action. And maybe it's your job, maybe it's your relationship, your marriage, whatever it is. Love is an action, and I can only talk about it so much until it's like, okay, you got to do it.